Hey everybody, Miss Smith here. We are about to go over Lesson 17, Introduction, Evaluating an Argument. So this video shouldn't take very long because this section is only one page and it's just an introduction. It's nothing too complicated. All right, so I would have already downloaded this PDF from Canvas, probably saved it on my desktop. Of course, I have it over here in my little week 2 folder for everything that I give y'all in week 2. And if you do not have internet access, but you're somehow able to watch this video, just remember that you can do this on paper. That's totally fine. Last week, I wasn't sure how to edit everything on my PDF, but I think I've learned. So I'm going to show you how I edit things on here and save them, okay? All right, so if we're looking at this week's standard, it says trace and evaluate the argument and specific claims in a text, assessing whether the reasoning is sound and the evidence is relevant and sufficient to support the claims. Okay, I'm going to scoot this around a little bit. Okay, so you've heard of arguments before. You've probably heard of claims before, maybe not as much as evidence, but I know you've heard of evidence because we've talked about it, and we've talked about arguments as well. So let's go through this. Just like I would read this in class, I'm going to read this right now. When you hear the word argument, do you picture people involved in some kind of shouting match? That may be what arguments look like, but in writing, an argument is a text that explains why an author's position on an issue is valid. When building an argument, a writer makes one or more claims or statements he or she believes to be true. When the writer backs up each claim with evidence or information that supports the claim. I lost my place. Here we go. Okay. Part of figuring out the strength of an argument is determining whether there is enough evidence to support the claim and also whether the evidence does, in fact, act to support at all. Okay, so we all know what an argument is. It's someone taking a side. In a text, it's when it explains why an author's position on an issue is valid. Okay, so defending themselves is what an author is doing. Okay, claims are statements that he or she, the writer, believes to be true. So like we would do in class normally when I hand you out highlighters or I tell you to underline, let's go ahead and highlight these. Okay, so I click this up here. I'm going to highlight it in yellow. You can do it in whatever color you want. An argument is a text that explains why an author's position on an issue is valid. Okay, the definition for a claim, statement he or she believes to be true. And remember that he or she is the writer. All right, and then evidence, information that supports the claim. Okay, we've talked about evidence this year specifically with making inferences. So an inference is an educated guess. It is when you take what you know, so your own background knowledge, your own intelligence, plus what you see. And what you see or what you read is the evidence. Okay, and then from that you make an educated guess, which is an inference. So that's what we've really looked at using evidence for this year. But this week we're going to talk about it in regards to arguments. Okay, so we've got to figure out if the argument has enough evidence and if the evidence really is evidence. Does it support what it's talking about? Okay, let's go ahead and go on to this little paragraph. See, move me out of the way. I notice I blink a lot too. Have y'all noticed that? Oops. Okay, try not to focus on my face and focus on the reading instead. Okay, it says read the following from an argument about solar-powered cars. First, circle the claim, next underline evidence, finally cross out any information that does not support the claim. Okay, solar-powered cars, does anybody know what solar means? I hope you know what solar means, sun, okay? So the energy from the sun powers the cars. Dedicating research money to the development of affordable solar-powered cars would be a wise investment. First, solar cars would help end our dependence on fossil fuels like oil and coal, which contribute to the pollution of our atmosphere. In addition, solar power is a renewable resource. Unlike fossil fuels, it will never run out, hopefully. Solar cars would also help the consumer save money. Panels attached to cars can collect sunlight and turn it into electricity, so no one would ever need to buy another tank of gas. Finally, solar-powered cars would also come in all the same colors as gas-powered cars. That last part is funny. Okay, so if you've read ahead a little bit, you'll already see the claim and the 3 pieces of evidence. But let's go back and find those in the text. Okay, so the claim that this author is making is that research money should be used to develop affordable solar-powered cars. Okay, let's look at this first sentence. Dedicating research money, okay, research money, to the development, should be used to develop, of affordable solar-powered cars would be a wise investment. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and circle that like it says. Now, this is something I discovered the other day, but y'all probably already knew because you're way more tech savvy than I am. All right. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so we're supposed to circle the claim. This is really hard to do with one finger. Okay. Yeah, that first sentence. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it because I'm terrible. Wait. All right, I'm going to highlight it in green. There we go. There's our claim. Can't circle it, but I can highlight it. I tried. Wait. Oh my goodness. Maybe I could have been using that. I don't know. Y'all help me out. Send me a video if you can. Okay. Then let's look at the 3 pieces of evidence. Solar-powered cars would reduce pollution from fossil fuels. Okay, where do we see that? These would help in our dependence on fossil fuels like oil and coal, which contribute to the pollution of our atmosphere. So let's underline that one, except I accidentally highlighted it. Underline. There we go. Okay, so the claim is that solar-powered cars would be a wise investment. If it's going to cut down on pollution, that would be a good investment. We wouldn't have to depend on other fossil fuels like oil and coal that we have to pay for, so that would be a good investment. Okay, solar power is a renewable source that will never run out, hopefully. Okay, so this sentence right here, in addition, solar power is a renewable resource. Unlike fossil fuels, it will never run out. So once we use other fossil fuels like oil and coal, they're gone. We have to get more. But the sun is free and we can use it every day. So, all right, solar powered cars generate electricity, so they don't need gas. Solar powered cars would help the consumer save money. Panels attached to cars can collect sunlight and turn it into electricity, so no one would ever need to buy another tank of gas. There we go. All right, if you can save money not buying gas, then that's a wise investment. And then this one back up here, I didn't say why it was a wise investment. It won't ever run out, so you don't have to pay for it again and again and again and again like you have to pay for gasoline in your car. Okay, we're going to stop now with this one. And the next video will be on the modeled instruction and the guided instruction. If you have questions about this, please just let me know. I had a few people last week who sent me pictures and those were really helpful. So if you could save this after you edit it. So I'll save, okay. There we go. It's saved. Then you could send it to me. So each time you edit it, save it, and then you can send it to me and show me that you've done it. And I would really appreciate that. All right, love you. See you on the next video. Oh, there's my face.